The coolest benefit, I think one of the only benefits, and it's a pretty good benefit of getting off semen retention for a short period of time, of having a relapse, as the kids in the space like to say, is it gives you an opportunity to really appreciate all of the benefits that SR and celibacy give you. When you've been doing semen retention for quite a bit, when you've been putting consistently together streaks of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and so on and so forth, you start to take the energy for granted. You start to just think this is how life is. You start to get used to waking up at 6 a.m. full of energy and inspired. You get used to the intensity that you have for your workouts. You get used to, and you start to take for granted the mental clarity that you have every single day. All of the benefits, it just becomes a part of your life. And it just is this, you think this is just how you are. And you might forget that this is because you are walking a path that 98% of men, and probably more than that, are not walking today. I'm coming off a little bit of a relapse. And it was intentional, and it wasn't anything too bad. I spent a day with a woman that I truly care about, and we enjoyed each other's time and affection and energy, and it was quite a great experience. And I'm not getting rid of my responsibility in that. And it was quite a good experience. I'm not taking away from that. I made a wonderful memory, but I consciously chose up to multiple times that day give away my energy. And again, while it was a phenomenal experience, and if you are a man, go out and make those memories and have those experiences with beautiful, kind, sweet women or men, if that's your thing. I don't know. But even now, I'm sure you can tell I don't have the energy, the oomph that I typically have in these videos. And it's even a little hard for me to find the mental clarity and the inspiration to articulate what I'm trying to say. It's not extremely noticeable maybe, but I can definitely tell. And I'm just once again reminded that, dude, whether it's sketchy videos on the internet or just, women that you're hanging out with, when you give away your energy, life is so much harder. No matter how you freaking cut it, life is gonna be suffering. Life is gonna be hard. But damn is it easier when you're on retention. I swear, dude. But even if you're always giving away your energy and then your life is suffering because of it, once you switch on to retention, you suffer in a different way. You suffer by giving up your vices. You suffer by saying no to giving into the licentious material and content on the internet, or you suffer by saying no to, even wonderful relationships. Like, at some point you may come to the spot where you want to find a good woman to truly and permanently bring into your life and maybe have children and stuff. But that doesn't mean you just get the free pass to go release your energy 24/7 without consequences. Just because you're married doesn't mean that you get to willy-nilly get rid of all of your energy and do that without consequences. You will notice, especially if you've tasted the sweetness of celibacy. And I'm trying to say this in the most uncringy way possible, because this is a topic that's been blowing up on the energy recently, but I'm truly just speaking from my experience. When you just go a significant period of time, if you're young, you might only have to go for 6 or 7 days before you start to notice benefits. If you're a little bit older, it might take you 3-4 weeks to really feel that energy build up in your system, because you just generally have less energy and vitality in your system because you might be older. But life is going to be suffering. So if you're always giving your energy away, everything you do is not going to have the intensity and the presence and the energy you need. And you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer at your job. Your relationships are going to suffer. Your finances are going to suffer. I truly believe this. But just because you choose the path of celibacy and you start taking the practice of semen retention seriously, doesn't mean you're not going to have suffering. The suffering of saying no, when you get that energy build up and you have these waves of basically horniness that are just, everything is screaming at you to go find women to release with. Everything is screaming at you to go on those sketchy websites again because your brain is addicted. And it's fucking hard, bro. It's fucking hard as shit. No pun intended. But what's the alternative? To be depleted like I feel right now? You feel empty and a little bit uninspired not a little bit uninspired. Like, dude, even to make this video, like, I'm having to push through some stuff. Now it's 2 o'clock in the morning as well, so I'm about to go to bed after I make this video, so you're welcome. But, dude, life is going to be suffering. You just have to choose your suffering. You have to choose the suffering of saying no to your desires, or you're going to choose the suffering of being depleted. By you not choosing, you're automatically choosing. So you just have to choose. And I'm making this from a spot of being on day one. And again, I'm not getting rid of any responsibility. I'm not even regretting it. I'm glad that I had the reminder, that I had this opportunity to take a look back and be like, damn, semen retention, being conscious with how you're spending your energy is probably the way to go. It is the way to go. Or it's not for you. If it's not, like, if you can, be very, very undisciplined with your energy and give it up willy-nilly and still feel phenomenal, then I guess that is your valid experience and that's what you're going to do. But for me and for so many other men, go 2 weeks without it, see what fucking happens. Dude, you're never going to fucking go back. You never, ever, ever are going to go back. The only benefit of relapsing, of going on these sketchy websites or being undisciplined with these women from Miami is, I say Miami because it's kind of a meme, like the bimbos from Miami, because I live here in Florida. But the only benefit of being undisciplined with your sexual masculine essence and vitality is that you get to see firsthand that it wasn't a freaking placebo. A lot of people on the internet say the semen retention stuff is just placebo. And I guess that's an opinion, but go for 2 weeks. You'll see it is not a placebo. The palpable difference you notice in your day-to-day experience in every single arena of your life. When you go into the gym, there's intensity there. When you are talking with people in a social setting, you're present, you're relaxed, you're energized, but you're not like pent up, you're relaxed, you're grounded in your energy. When you are performing at your job, whether it's a sales-based job, whether it's just, a by-the-hour job, maybe you run your own business, the energy, the intensity, the mental bandwidth that you have to expend on your job is just there. You're sharp, you're present, you're energized. You can bring an intensity to your job that nobody around you can. You will be the best at whatever you do, whatever you choose to do, you will be the best at it. And I'm not going to go into specifics because I don't want to toot my own horn or whatever, but whatever you do for your job, you're going to be the best at it, and just take my word for that. If you even have a relationship with a woman, you're going to be able to bring more of that energy to the relationship, even if it's in a sexual way. Like if you are with your woman and you are being disciplined about your energy, you're not just releasing every day with her just because, it feels good. You're going to be so much present with your woman. You're going to be able to bring that masculine energy that she so deeply desires. You're giving her the opportunity to drop into her femininity. Women in general, this is a generalization, you got to preface it with that in 2025, but women love when they can just let go and drop into their femininity. They love when their man leads. But she can't lead. She can't trust you to lead if you're not even present and grounded in your own energy. She would love for you to just drop into your masculine so that she could blossom into her femininity. And if you relapse, you're going to be reminded of all this. You're going to go into the gym and you're going to be like, fuck, the intensity is not here. It doesn't matter how much freaking caffeine I got. Doesn't matter how much good sleep I got. The intensity is just not what it was on 3 weeks of retention. You're not going to be as present in your relationships. You're going to go to try to perform on your job, but the version of yourself that was 3 weeks into retention would put your current efforts to shame. That doesn't mean to never go have deep, intimate experiences with beautiful, sweet, kind women, but just start being more mindful, man. Just start being more mindful, because this practice will completely change your life. And guess what? I don't know where it leads, dude. I'm only 21. I'm still experimenting with this stuff, and I still slip up more than I would like to, because I ain't perfect. Because guess what? I'm just a fucking guy. I'm just a fucking guy. That's it. That's the video. Jump at the Telegram. I will see you soon.